department. This car ran over two guys that were fighting, and then he just pulled back and pushed forward and run them over. Two guys are laying down. 142nd, man.
What city are you in?
Compton, I think. I just passed by. They were fighting in the
still there?
Yes. We tried to follow the truck when we took pictures, but we don't know if it's got a plate.
What's the location?
Good morning, I'm Rena 9 in with the top stories on this Friday, January 30th. We begin with the news that former rap mogul Suge Knight is in trouble again with the law. This time, Knight is accused of running over two men with a truck, killing one of them. Homicide detectives say it took place after an argument in a restaurant parking lot in Compton, California. Police say Knight hit the men with his truck, then backed over them before leaving.
By law, the commission of a felony that leads to a death in the course of that felony is by definition murder. Cleabone Sloan should have been charged with murder. Instead, Suge Knight was charged and Clee was given a deal so that sheriffs could finally send Suge Knight to the nethermost parts of the prison system where he can never reveal what he knows about the former corrupt Compton Police that became Los Angeles County sheriffs. Want more evidence of that? Detectives interview an eyewitness. The detective says, "So Suge wasn't mad at you or Terry or Knob or..." Witness, "No, he was just explaining to us what happened." Detective, "Where did he back up?" Witness, "He backed up like he's backing out towards Central." Detective, "He goes actually all the way out onto 142nd? Witness, "Not all the way on 142nd. As he's coming out on 142nd, I guess the guy that brought Bone was on Central. He parked on the island on Central. He jumps out of his car and he's running towards Bone. But if Suge was looking out his rearview mirror, looked like he's running toward him. When he looks up and sees this, he puts his car back in drive. When he puts his car in drive, he comes up and hits Bone again. I don't know. The way he was looking around, I don't know. It's like if you all were after me and next I'm out of your sight, you ain't looking down at the ground. You're looking to see if I'm getting a gun. It's Compton, man. He's looking to see. This dude is doing some real shit. So when this dude is running up, we see him running up and Suge puts his car in drive. For the life of me, I don't know how Terry got. So now Terry is in the parking lot. When Suge goes in the parking lot, he's going to drive the other side. You go in this side of the parking lot, you come out this side, and it goes like that." Detective, right. Witness, "He puts the car in drive and stops it like he goes like that. When he comes out of the parking lot, he hits Terry. When he hits him, I believe it's because his car was so tall. Instead of him knocking him back, it knocks him down. The car goes over. He goes under the car, and when he rolls out, the back tires roll over his body, over the top of his head. Suge goes out on Rosecrans, goes out under Central. Now, at this time, the dude that was with Bone goes and grabs Bone. He has no strap or nothing, but I can't say what nobody was thinking. But in my heart, I don't believe that Suge intentionally hit Terry or Bone. It wasn't like I'm backing up and hooking you up. He would have had to do more harm to Bone than just that." Suge Knight is then given an unprecedented $25 million bail. He's also issued a protective order by David Kenner after David Kenner was fired as Suge's attorney. That protective order stopped Suge from having any communication except with his attorney, including his investigator. How can Suge get a fair trial if he can't talk to his investigator? The protective order also sought to stop Suge from having any ability to raise money to be able to pay his attorneys. The sheriffs were trying to ban Suge Knight to the nethermost parts of the prison system. But the sheriffs have a history with Suge Knight. It was the sheriffs that leaked a document that accused Suge Knight of the murder of Tupac Shakur. It was Suge that was riding in the car next to Tupac the night shots rang out. It's impossible for Suge to have actually been a suspect in that murder, and the sheriffs would know that. It was the witness that also told sheriff's investigators that Suge Knight had been sent away from the Straight Outta Compton set by Sergeant Hayes from the LA County Sheriffs. Remember, it was Russell Poole who had gone to a meeting with the sheriffs to convince them that the case they had against Suge Knight was crumbling and that it was going to bring embarrassment to the sheriff's department. He warned them to abandon this case and to instead pursue the murders of Tupac and Biggie that would make the department shine. Russell was also going to the sheriffs for that meeting, armed with information he had verified the day before with the sheriffs that an off-duty sheriff had let the shooters into the club the night Suge Knight was shot 6 times at the One Oak nightclub, and that same sheriff had dropped the shooters off at the airport the next day. Sadly, Russell Poole passed away in the meeting with the sheriffs. You can read more about this in the book Chaos Merchants and Tupac 187, Russell Poole's last words on the murders of Tupac Shakur and Christopher Wallace.